Hello everyone, on today's IRS Tax Refund update, we'll take a look at the latest developments this tax season, including the scheduled release of the next batch of tax refunds. Meanwhile, viewers are continuing to report receiving notices from the IRS about their ongoing delays, so we will recap the top letters being received by taxpayers this year, as well as the ongoing reports of taxpayers receiving a refund status error message when checking the status of their tax returns online, so we'll take a look at that as well. Now, starting off with developing news, as the next batch of tax refunds is scheduled to be released by the IRS on Wednesday, September 28th, with the next batch of paper check refunds scheduled for release on September 30th. As a reminder, since the IRS refund status results tracker may not display the most up-to-date information, that taxpayers check their tax transcripts to confirm whether or not they are part of this latest refund batch. Also, for those that are part of the September 28th direct deposit refund batch, do allow up until October 3rd to receive it. If you've not received it at that point, do contact your bank before reaching out to the IRS to initiate a payment trace to locate that possible missing payment. For those of you part of the September 30th batch of paper checks, do allow up until 10 business days to receive that check in the mail. However, you may be advised to wait up until 30 days before filing a payment trace with the IRS. Now, we've been receiving numerous messages from taxpayers once again asking about encountering the refund status error message like seen here. Now, this is going to be a common occurrence for those still waiting on paper returns to be processed, as the IRS will have no record of your tax return in their computer system until the actual processing of your return begins. As a reminder, there's still several million paper returns needing processing as of this recording. Now, getting a refund status error message does not indicate your tax return was lost in the mail, and it is advised by the IRS and tax professionals not to submit a duplicate tax return unless instructed to do so by the IRS. Taxpayers who submit duplicate returns may experience even further delays as a result and receive the notice as seen here from the IRS notifying them they are only to submit one income tax return per year. Moving on to the top notice is taxpayers are continuing to report receiving, starting off with that 60-day notice that many of our viewers continue to receive, especially those who are still waiting on the IRS to verify the wage information submitted by their employers. Now, why this is the cause of your delay has to do with the fact the IRS needs to match what you entered as wages on your own tax return versus what your employer reported to the IRS on their tax returns. Unfortunately, in part due to the backlog of employer tax returns needing processing, we've seen an increase of individual tax returns experiencing their own delays as a result. A number of our viewers have reported receiving multiple 60-day notices, at this point also known as letter 2644C in the mail, and can expect to receive additional ones as these delays carry on. Moving on to the 5071C letter, and it has to be reported that even though it's late in the year, there are still some taxpayers out there still experiencing refund delays because they must complete ID verification in order to see that refund released. This is a problem that has impacted an estimated tens of thousands this year, and for those impacted, they were supposed to receive the 5071C letter in the mail from the IRS notifying them to complete ID verification. Unfortunately, in many cases, the impacted taxpayer never received such a notice and had no indication this was a cause of their delay, and it was only after finally reaching the IRS or speaking to a taxpayer advocate where they finally made aware of the problem. Fortunately, in a majority of cases, ID verification can in fact be completed online in a relatively short amount of time, with the refund coming anywhere between 3 to 9 weeks on average after that. Those of you who claim the Earned Income Tax Credit and still waiting on that refund, there's a likely chance you will be receiving this notice, the CP15 letter, from the IRS notifying you that you must submit documentation in regards to your dependents in order to receive that refund. This applies to taxpayers who may be claiming dependents for the very first time or have been claiming dependents for years. Another notice is a CP14 letter, which indicates you now owe a balance to the IRS. Sometimes this is expected, but in other cases, especially where a taxpayer saw a significant refund reduction, they now all of a sudden are owing the IRS in unpaid taxes. Now, even though we're seeing progress when it comes to the IRS tax return backlog, there's still unfortunately a ways to go in getting all of these returns cleared and refunds issued. Let us know in the comment section below about your ongoing issue. In the meantime, we'll keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.